Hey everyone, it's Matt. We have another stimulus update, including the delivery of stimulus checks, and we have a counteroffer out of Mitch McConnell regarding the $2,000 stimulus check amendment. We have a lot of news to talk about. Once again, things are changing very quickly, as I've been saying over the last few days. So let's jump right into it. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Cool. Now that you're subscribed, let's get into this and talk about the latest information. So, just a short time ago, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin was out in a statement and said stimulus checks could be hitting bank accounts as soon as tonight. Wow, that was fast. Not only that, payments will continue throughout this week and into next week. Wow, that is really fast. Impressive. Like I've been saying, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said that as soon as the bill is signed, he could start pumping these payments out within 1 week. Well, it was just signed on Sunday night, and here we are just a couple days later, and he's saying that these things could start to hit bank accounts tonight already. That's very, very fast. Throughout the rest of this week, payments will be hitting bank accounts, and then he said into next week, they'll be hitting the bank accounts. So continue checking your bank accounts. If you don't receive it this week, just continue checking next week. It's most likely coming. If you receive the first stimulus check, you will also receive this second stimulus check. Also, paper checks. This is really impressive also. Paper checks will start to be sent out tomorrow, Wednesday. That is really impressive to me because I've been saying for a while now, if you're waiting for a paper check, it's going to take significantly longer. Wow, I can't believe that paper checks are going to hit the mail tomorrow. So, will all the paper checks go out tomorrow? Probably not, but at least the first wave will be going out. This is good. This is great. This is a very fast delivery on Steve Mnuchin's part. I'm impressed, I have to say. So this is good. So be sure to continue watching the rest of this video, and then we can check our bank accounts and see if we got a little surprise in there. Now, just to be very clear, this is the $600 that was signed in the bill from President Trump on Sunday night. This is not $2,000, okay? So just to make it very clear, this is for the $600 that we have in the bank. This is locked up. We got the $600 coming. This is not the $2,000 yet. We're still waiting on the $2,000. So in the event, let me just make this very clear also. In the event the $2,000 stimulus checks get approved, here is how this is going to happen. If you receive the $600 maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, sometime this week, maybe next week, maybe as a paper check, if you receive the $600, if the $2,000 is approved, you're not going to get $2,000 plus the $600 you've already received. You would likely receive the additional $1,400 to bring you up to the $2,000. I hope that makes sense. So it's not going to be $2,000 plus $600. It's going to be $600 now if you get it. Well, I mean, basically you're going to get the $600 provided you're eligible. If you get the $600 before the $2,000 is issued, then you would get $600 now and then the $1,400 later to bring you up to the $2,000. So I want to make that very clear. It's going to be up to $2,000 in a stimulus check, provided the other aspects of this amendment are agreed upon and turned into law. We're still waiting on that. So I'll keep you posted on that. But anyway, I wanted to bring that to you because that's pretty exciting. That is very fast delivery on Steve Mnuchin's part. So continue checking your bank accounts. Be aware that it could take a little bit longer. If you don't get it today or tomorrow, it could be next week. Also, Steve Mnuchin also mentioned you can track your payment on the IRS Get My Payment tool later this week. So not yet. Check it later this week. Today is Tuesday night. Check it, I would say, maybe like Thursday or Friday. So he said later this week. He didn't give a specific day. He just said later this week. So check it out later this week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something like that. Check it then. So if you want to check it on the IRS website, it's irs.gov/getmypayment. Otherwise, you can just go to irs.gov, the website there, and then check out the Get My Payment tool. It's going to ask for some information. You input your information, and then it should be able to track your payment there for you. So You'll get your payment in the same method you receive your tax refund if you have your information on file with the IRS. If you get Social Security, retirement, disability, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, any of those benefits, your payment will go to exactly the account where you get your monthly benefits. Maybe it's a bank account, maybe it's a Direct Express card, any of those, that's where you'll get your stimulus check. All right, let's talk about the counteroffer out of Mitch McConnell just a little while ago, a short time ago. So we were waiting for Mitch McConnell to bring the $2,000 stimulus check amendment to the floor in the Senate today. He did not. There was no voting that happened in the Senate today. We were waiting on a counteroffer out of Mitch McConnell. We figured we'd be getting a counteroffer. This is no shock. So we got a counteroffer out of Mitch McConnell, and here's what it is. He says, sure, we'll go for the $2,000 stimulus checks, no problem. But, there's always a but, right? But we want to repeal Section 230, which is big tech liability protections. Remember, that's what we've been talking about. This is something that President Trump has been demanding lately. He wants this repealed. So Mitch McConnell's coming out saying, sure, we'll give you the $2,000 in stimulus checks, but we want to repeal Section 230. Along with that, we want to set up some investigations into the 2020 elections. So they want to start looking into this. So that's what they want to do. These are his demands. We'll give you the $2,000, but here's what we want in exchange. So again, this comes as no shock. We figured Mitch McConnell would come back with some type of counteroffer saying, here's what I want in exchange for the $2,000. So that's what we've got. At the same time, we have quite a few people, senators, who are coming forward offering their support for the $2,000 stimulus checks. So we'll actually have to see if Mitch McConnell happened to bring this to the floor in its current state, as in the amendment that was passed by the House last night, as in basically just $2,000 for everybody across the board. It would probably have a pretty good chance of actually passing, surprisingly or not. I mean, it would actually have a pretty good chance in the Senate. It would be very, very close. Very close. All Democrats would most likely vote for it, according to Chuck Schumer. They're in the Senate. And then it sounds like there's possibly enough Republicans that would also vote for this, and it would be very, very close to get the necessary votes that it would need in order to pass the Senate, which is why Mitch McConnell probably isn't going to bring it to the floor in its current state. He wants to bring it to the floor in his own counteroffer, and that's what he wants to bring, because he recognizes, hey, if I bring this thing to the floor as it currently stands, we might actually get this thing passed, and he wants his own provisions within there, his counteroffer, to be moved through as well at the same time. So we'll have to see. Once again, we've been talking about this for a very long time. Once again, Congress is running out of time. I feel like we've talked about that so many times throughout the year. Every time we talk about this, they're like down to the last couple days, the last day, the last few hours before something needs to be done. So they're going to be out of there. The Senate will be gone on New Year's Day, which is Friday. And then the new Congress will be sworn in on Sunday, January 3rd. So we're running out of time. Once again, very close to the finish line here. We don't have much time to go. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. But anyway, I wanted to bring all this to you, just a quick update with everything going on. My commitment to you is that I will be back with all of the latest updates regarding stimulus and everything going on lately. I know it's very confusing with all the moving parts, but either way, just to reiterate one more time, these are the $600 stimulus checks. So if you get a deposit in your account for $600, don't be freaked out that like, oh, hey, they missed out on $1,400. I was supposed to get $2,000. Not yet. We did not get the $2,000 yet. We're just getting the $600 for now, and we're going for the extra $1,400. That's what we're waiting on still. That's what they're still negotiating. That is what they are still waiting to hold a vote on in the Senate. So as soon as we get more information on the extra $1,400, I'll bring that to you to fulfill the $2,000 stimulus check. But as of right now, it's just $600. Check your bank accounts. If it doesn't come today, if it doesn't come tomorrow, be patient. Continue waiting for it. It will arrive at some point, provided you're eligible for it. Now, I also want to say this. Unfortunately, the $600 stimulus check, as it's currently written in the bill that President Trump signed Sunday night, adult dependents are not included. Yes, I apologize. Well, It's not me that made up that rule. If it were up to me, I would have included you. So, yeah, that's just the deal. So in the current bill, as it was signed into law on Sunday night, adult dependents are not included in the 600. However, if the amendment goes through in its current state that was passed by the House last night, $2,000 stimulus checks for everybody. Everybody across the board gets $2,000. Adult dependents are included then. At that point, adult dependents would be included. But at the rate of $600, adult dependents are not included. I know it's incredibly frustrating and confusing. I get it. There's a lot of moving parts right now. So I hope that makes sense. I'll be back in the morning with another update. Of course, I'm sure a lot of things are going to change between now and the morning once again, as they always do. But don't worry, I'm your advocate. I'll be back for you. Have a great night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share the videos with your friends, family, social media, and anybody else who cares to listen. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning.